All right, so I put a compilation of different videos that I did over the course of 67 days before I did the Ultra Beast. And the reason I put those compilations together is because it was very clear of a signature statement that I kept saying to myself. And it was when I came off that mountain, the mindset that I was going to have, the energy that I was going to collect, and the reward that I was going to reap when I came down off this adventure, this life course that I did. And I know in the coming days and months before that, I had a lot of issues inside me from my whole childhood and my whole life that I was putting together and trying to figure out, and I was channeling it into these races and the totality of the Ultra Beast, because it was the beast of all beasts, and your mentality and your physicalness need to be there. So we all searching for different things in life, mindsets, meaning, purpose, whatever floats our boats. We're in an everyday aspect or mode of trying to figure it out. So in adhering to things that we want to reach in life, it has to do with the mindset, the thoughts, and following through. And it's a very lazy nation. It's a very stagnated nation. And we do things to amp ourselves up. We do things to get ourselves in these zones of completion. And when we talk about enduring and conquering, there is a uncomfortable zone of fitness that you have to go to achieve body results. I mean, when you talk a long distance, you have to be uncomfortable with being tired, being exhausted. But it all comes back to physicalness. And if your physical demands can handle it, obviously your mind can handle it. But at the end of the day, the root of power and energy that goes into completing or conquering any of these things in life is the mindset. So a lot of times we can apply our mind to physical activities and we conquer them because we apply our mind to do the training. We apply our mind to disciplined nutrition because the eagerness and urgency to complete events in life, like sports events or fitness events, it gives us a benefit of feeling good. And we complete them because, there's no way in heck that you're going to hop into any of these crazy races without some sort of training. So you're going to train for them, you're going to do your best. And then when you cross the finish line, you feel great, you feel completed, and it's an obstacle, a physical obstacle. But to me, in summation, what my interest and expectations was from these races was a mental conquering, the conquering of the self, the conquering of not being fearful of what we have on the inside us, not being feared or ashamed of the lifestyle that we live and the evolution and the growth and the maturity that we have come to this day, and be willing to step out into the world happy and proud of ourselves without the masks, the hiding behind the curtains, or with a scariness or worry that the judging eyes of this world really have the power to dictate the avenues and paths that we can make into in life. And this is why we hide behind these things, because we're scared. And what separates the most successful people in the world is that relentless drive to disregard the other opinionated eyes, disregard the opinionated mindsets that tell you that you can't make it to here, or try to control you with some type of psychological offensive tactics that hit you hard in the head and stunt you in your growth. But at the end, we only stunt our growth because we're insecure of ourselves. And the process of me doing these races was to become more secure with myself. You got to be secure with yourself, secure and stop doubting yourself, secure of over the years of you live, secure that this day and time, you're a great person with everything that came with you. And that's things that you went through in your life are not defining points, but here and now is going to define you, and here and now and how you act defines you, and what you have strategically built a life on is what defines you. And the consistency behind a certain pattern of thinking, a certain pattern of movement is what defines you. So in coming off that mountain, I did acquire a strong upper hand of mental grit, number one. I've already had a certain kind of mental grit, but I've increased my mental grit, my mental ability to keep moving forward, dominate, and that I could conquer pretty much anything I want in life within my own limitations that I want to. But the real challenge, 30 some days or 45 days after the race, post race, and attributes that I pledge to live by, and a mindset that I pledge to live by. Ultra Beast, Spartans, races, mutters, lifting, fitness, whatever extreme fitness organizations that pump in this world, cannot compete with life. Life is the ultimate obstacle. Life is the ultimate challenge of the self. Everyday living is the challenge of self. So you could do whatever you want in life, but if you don't extract and acquire and incorporate things that you have gathered and achieved from doing certain fitness things, or the mentality through the training, or the mentality through the actual courses, if you don't incorporate that and live with that every single day, from those moments on, you'll lose it. It'll be gone. It's useless. It's nothing. It's a picture. It's a memory. It's something we're going to talk about, what we used to do or what we did. Me, I wanted to come off of that mountain with the mindset that I went in with and 20 times it against life. I want to be uncomfortable with dealing with emotional stuff and emotional interference in life, and stuff that invisible pain that hinders us from making moves or hinders us from stepping into different places in life. That's being uncomfortable. You could challenge yourself uncomfortable and raise your heartbeat all day long. You could lift weight that makes you strain till your brains pop out your eyes, but challenging that invisible pain, challenging that invisible emotional pain that we don't see every day in life, that is stimulated on inside by a nervous reaction and neurons, chemical reactions, is the real challenge. Filling out that next application, leaving a job, going here, taking the next step to make yourself uncomfortable with uncomfortable emotions that you are so quick to lay back with, is the real challenge. So coming off that mountain, the next level of goals that I step into is dealing with the uncomfortable insecurities inside the self, and doing things that you would never have done before because you were scared, you're fearful, you doubted yourself, and you pushed your self-esteem so low down into your souls, you didn't know how to use it. So I'm trying to be a living example of taking more heightened steps that can express how confident I am in myself, that can display how firm I am with myself. Screw the muscle, screw the big chest, screw the attitude. This is an internal thing that is expressed every day. And you know what? That has no mercy on opinionated eyes. It has no mercies on society, because that power is so strong within you, but you're so scared to use it because you feel you've been trained. We've been trained and conditioned in a certain way. We've been trained and conditioned in a certain way to back down or not assert or not live exactly who we are, because we're worried and scared. We're scared that everyday, ordinary people that have the same options that we do have the power to stop us from being who we are. We're scared. We're not talking about doing ill-gotten stuff, but we're talking about asserting the skills, the gifts that you have, and saying what you mean and meaning what you say, and that's it. Weed out your circumference on those terms. So God knows I will continue to do gifted, talented fitness stuff all day long. But the engine, my engine that pumps, motivates, and influences a certain ideology of life is the real challenge. That's the real goal. That is what I'm doing now. The mentality, the concept is conquer. Conquer what? Conquer yourself. Feeling fulfilled across the finish line is just a small percentage of the bigger inner you battle. You could laugh, joke, you could not follow me, you could not listen to me. I say it like it is, and I say what I mean. All of us are struggling on the inside. Everything else is a facade. The money, the clothes, the cars, the attitude, the places you go, the people you socialize with, it's all a facade, because at late at night, when you got your head on your pillow and you close your eyes, it's you. It's you. So I'm off that mountain, and my mindset and attitude is to heighten my mentality, to really prevail every single day in the things that I plan on doing in this life. It's not an attitude. It's not an ego. It's just me. God bless y'all. Be strong. Have a wonderful life. God willing, when I come down the other side of that mountain and hit that finish line, it's game over. That'll be iconic for me to be pushing on into one hell of a new life. And that life is a mindset. Doing this, and when I come down off the other side of that mountain, God willing, and cross that finish line, there's going to be something that's implemented in my mind and in my heart that I'm continue on with my life with. And it's going to be in concrete. It's going to be branded. And it's going to be me. It's going to be something that I've been searching for, something I've been trying to develop, something I've been confused about. It's going to have all that in it. Focus and stay dedicated to the finish line. That's my mindset. When I come off this mountain, God willing, it's going to be a big change in my life. It's going to put my whole life in a better perspective. Everything that I live and die for, everything that I speak about, everything that I'm inspired by, my accomplishments, my obstacles that I faced in life, it's all going to be put in one perspective. And that's how I'm going to push on this life. So this is really big. Can't wait to get this done. Until then, stay tuned.